dangers, I think, are more associated with everything that comes from the digital age. So it's cyberbullying is one of those things, and I think digital youth work has to have an answer to deal with cyberbullying also.
I think the dangers of digital development could be that you forget about face-to-face contact or just be into it.
I think the real danger is that digital youth work gets seen as a replacement for face-to-face youth work that's still rooted in everyday communities on the ground. I think it can be seen as a panacea that can replace other forms of youth work. It's a fantastic tool if it's a complement to it, but seeing it as a completely new way of doing things that can replace everything else is the real danger, because if we do that, I think there's a role that young people might lose out.
I think we also have to keep in mind the group that doesn't have the capacity or ability to connect digitally. So we have to keep in mind that not to focus on digital youth work, but also remember young people that don't have the capacity to communicate online or to participate in digital youth work. So we have to find ways to connect with them and reach out to them and let their voices also be heard.
If we look at the data as well, if we look at what seems to be the tendencies, then obviously we think as well that what about the excessive use of screen time? Does it have any negative effects on young people? What about the ability or interest also towards the things happening outside the screen or outside the virtual reality, although we are definitely ones who would not like to put a slash between the virtual and real reality. So obviously there would be the things we have to be smart about.
Some people or some groups might even get, I would say, even more enclosed in their own worlds, in their own digital capsules, I would say. So it would be real important to kind of mix the digital youth work with the regular youth work as well, and not to forget that it would be nice to use digital youth work also as a tool to actually take these young people out of their shells instead of, kind of sealing them in.
I could not say that there are a lot of danger, but more of a different perspective of the opportunities that actually the digitalization and the new information technology is actually giving to the young people. Also, I think it's very important to discuss and really build the capacity among young people how they assess information that is digital and not digital, and really help them to make the qualitative one that actually supports and really empowers and work for their future development.
Actually, I see no dangers, really. I mean, I think we should really look into the future. The future is technology, and if youth workers are professionals, if they are trained on how to use digital technology when working with young people, I don't see dangers in this.
While digital development has a lot of potential and a lot of good, it can also have a lot of negative impacts, such as cyberbullying, for example, or too much time spent on technology, which would in fact have a negative impact and could cause a lot of issues in mental health regions as well, and not enough social interaction, which could cause a big issue for young people in the future. But while that said, it does have its benefits as well, and hopefully there will be a good medium between the negatives and the positives.